Recently introduced to Warframe were 3 new Galvanized melee mods. Unlike many other Galvanized mods, these don't give you more of the same stat as the base mod, but instead a different stat, making the choice of where to use them a little more involved. When are these the correct mod to use? I'm Nick Engineer, let's solve a practical problem. All 3 of the new Galvanized mods are acquired from the Arbitrations vendor, accessible after completing the entire star chart. Each one will cost 20 Vitus Essence, earned from both round rewards and occasionally from killing the arbitration drones. If you don't want to do arbitrations, all 3 mods are also tradable at all ranks. The 3 mods then are Galvanized Reflex, Galvanized Elementalist, and Galvanized Steel. All 3 come with a fixed feature and a conditional feature. The conditional feature of all 3 uses the same trigger of getting a melee kill. All have the same 20 seconds timer, all have a max of 4 stacks, and all use decaying stacks, meaning only 1 stack is lost at a time and resets the timer on all remaining stacks. This consistency means you don't need to do multiple different things to trigger all the mods, and they will all be at equal stacks at all times. Galvanized Reflex's fixed feature provides plus 50% heavy attack efficiency. This means when you perform a heavy attack, you will consume 50% less combo as part of making the attack. This is additive to other sources of heavy attack efficiency, up to a hard maximum of 90%. This has no effect if you would spend no combo, such as using Tennokai or making only light melee attacks. Its conditional feature grants you initial combo, with each stack providing enough combo for an extra 1x combo multiplier on most weapons, or nearly 2x on Dex Nikana. With even modest kill rates, this provides you with an initial combo of 80, a 5x combo multiplier. This is exceptionally useful for weapons with which you would not want to build combo, such as most glaive heavy attack builds. Previous options for initial combo were Corrupt Charge for plus 30, Covert Lethality on daggers only for plus 16, and Ready Steel for plus 24. Plus 80 is therefore a huge bonus. This amount of initial combo is enough to run into the issue of combo regeneration. After expending your combo, it takes a moment for it to recover. This is not a merely visual effect. By heavy attacking before the combo has fully regenerated to the initial combo, you get a weaker effect. This happens even though Galvanized Reflex is providing 50% heavy attack efficiency, as you still have 40 or more combo to recover, depending on your setup. That recovery time can be mitigated by using further heavy attack efficiency bonuses, such as from Riven mods, using Kalervo or Varuna, or the mods Focus Energy or Focus Radon. Otherwise, slow down your heavy attack usage or accept a lower rate of damage on some attacks. Outside of heavy attacks, initial combo has comparatively few uses. It can provide you instant access to Incarnate mode on Incarnate melee weapons, though you still need to get those first kills to kickstart it all. Usually, you will have plenty of combo from those starting melee attacks anyway. If the Incarnate you're using is geared towards heavy attacks, that just loops us back around to the initial combo being good for heavy attacks. On the Ceramic Dagger and Dex Nikana, Galvanized Reflex enables maximum combo through initial combo alone. On Dex Nikana, this requires just Galvanized Reflex and Corrupt Charge, reaching the weapon's max of 110 combo points for 11 times combo. This can be useful for a cheap combo stat stick, or to benefit from using combo mods like Blood Rush without needing combo duration or Naramon. For Ceramic Dagger, it's 100 combo from Gun and Blade Evolution 2, 20 combo from Adept Reflexes Evolution 3, and 80 combo from Galvanized Reflex is enough for 200 combo points, or 11 times combo multiplier. The remaining 20 can be obtained from again Corrupt Charge or Ready Steel. This makes for the most powerful hits the Ceramic Dagger can provide, as well as being an incredibly strong stat stick for pseudo-exalted melees. Alternatively, it can be a vehicle for Secondary Outburst to grant a lot of critical chance and critical damage to secondary weapons by consuming the combo, only to have it regenerate in seconds. All of that only has circumstantial use though for the heavy attack efficiency. While it's very useful to allow for faster heavy attack chains, it doesn't work the other way around. Heavy attack combo builds, gaining combo and then using efficiency to avoid spending it all on heavy attacks, do not have a need for an initial combo. Your earned combo should far exceed the initial combo. As a result, if you're using such builds, and they're also uncommon thanks to the existence of Tennokai, there's no need to use the Galvanized mod, and you can stick with normal Reflex Coil. Galvanized Reflex is always correct on initial combo builds and basically never correct anywhere else. As for Galvanized Elementalist, this one is simpler. Its fixed effect provides 80% additional status damage, additive with other status damage bonuses. This means any slash, heat, toxin, electric, gas, and blast procs from your melee will deal 80% more damage. This stat is itself a slight downgrade from the 90% of melee Elementalist. Its conditional effect replaces the second feature of melee Elementalist. In exchange for losing the fixed heavy attack windup speed, you gain 30% status chance per stack to a max of 120%. The choice here is simple. If you are not relying on status damage, do not use this mod. Why would you if the status procs aren't your damage dealer? If you are relying on status damage from heavy attacks, and the only status procs you care about are forced procs, use melee Elementalist instead. The heavy attack windup speed will probably be more beneficial than increasing the chance of landing status effects you don't care about. But if you are relying on status damage and you can benefit from the additional status chance, then you use Galvanized Elementalist. For example, the Zorus, despite having forced electric procs already, can benefit from the additional electric procs triggered by status chance. Those procs alone, not even considering the rest of the weapon, makes up for the 10% drop in status damage. Even as a heavy attack weapon, Killing Blow and Amalgam Organ Shatter can provide all the wind-up speed bonus you'll need. Which finally brings us to Galvanized Steel. Its fixed bonus is 110% critical chance, or 220% on heavy attacks. While this is only slightly below the value of True Steel, like other Galvanized mods, it is significantly behind Sacrificial Steel. That mod provides 220% to 275% on light attacks, or 440% to 550% on heavy attacks, depending on if you combine it with Sacrificial Pressure. Despite this stark difference, the conditional effect of Galvanized Steel narrows this difference. It provides a 30% critical damage bonus per stack to a max of 120% critical damage. This is a larger bonus than Organ Shatter's 90%, almost as much as combining it with Gladiator Might for a total 150% with up to 110% critical chance. If we take just Sacrificial Steel and Galvanized Steel in a vacuum, Galvanized Steel's critical damage bonus far exceeds the benefit of so much more critical chance. However, these mods are not alone, with a lot of other features at play. Other critical damage bonuses weaken the relative effect of Galvanized Steel, and other critical chance bonuses weaken the relative effect of Sacrificial Steel. So setups using Blood Rush or Wrathful Advance will basically never need Sacrificial Steel in place of Galvanized Steel, while setups using a full set of Violet Archon shards for critical damage without using such critical chance buffs can be swayed towards the Sacrificial set. Where neither high critical chance buffs nor high critical damage buffs are in use, the net result of both steel mods is close enough to not really matter. 10% more or less damage usually can be looked over. Let's face it, setups at this level of optimization are more likely to run into enemies not spawning quickly enough for you. Instead, there are two more crucial factors about the mod pairings. Firstly, using Sacrificial Steel along with Sacrificial Pressure for maximum effect costs 32 mod drain, only reducible with an Umbral Former. On the other hand, Galvanized Steel and Prime Pressure Point cost only 26 drain together, both of which can be reduced with normal Former for Madurite polarities. That's assuming the weapon you use didn't already have them. This makes it substantially easier to include additional high power mods such as Blood Rush, the other Galvanized mods, or excess mods like Tennokai. The second factor is that Prime Pressure Point on normal melees can be replaced with Condition Overload, at least where you have a status primer available to you. This damage option can far exceed the Sacrificial set. All of this to say that the Sacrificial set really only is best when you're not using Blood Rush or other critical chance buffs, you're not using status primers, you're not short on mod capacity or Umbral Former, and you're stacking a whole load of critical damage such as with Archon Shards. Only then you will pull ahead with the Sacrificial set. At any other time you'd use Sacrificial Steel, just use Galvanized Steel. For all the builds that do not use Sacrificial Steel, Galvanized Steel is the best in slot for critical damage and just immediately wins. Replace even Organ Shatter if nothing else in your build can be given up, such as crucial elements. As a very general rule of thumb, If another mod would provide you more than a 50% damage increase, or less if you don't reach 100% critical chance, then go with that instead of Organ Shatter alongside Galvanized Steel. Bringing this all together, Glaives are easily the biggest winners with the new Galvanized mod. They use initial combo, they use status damage, and almost all melee loves crits. A setup today for the Zoris can look like this, utilising extra heavy attack efficiency to keep up with the potential throw rate, while also buffing the damage of its electric procs. It's pretty effective, wouldn't you agree? Out of all the Galvanized possibilities here, the only time you'd realistically want to use none of them is if you intend to be meleeing for a long time without melee kills. This applies to Eidolon hunts, certain assassination missions like the fragmented bosses, but not a lot else. As ever, build for the mission you are running. I hope this gives you the confidence to slot in these powerful mods where they best suit your melee's playstyle to get maximum value without having to overthink it. That's all from me for now, so as always, stack mods, kill gods, and fight well, Tenno.